T.K. Sundaresa Iyer. Every second we spend hearing or reading about the old devotees of Bhagavan, we naturally walk in their footsteps, and we move closer to that same Arunachala, the Self, in whom they were reabsorbed. Hearing about them from old devotees like Vishwanatha Swami, Kunju Swami, Annamalai Swami, and others dissolved me into states of silent ecstasy. To experience this ecstasy, all we need to do is to listen to what Bhagavan says. Shift your attention from unreality to reality. Unreality is the body-mind complex and the world. So let us shift our attention from the unreality of thoughts to the reality of living in the immortal presence of these glorious devotees. In the Hindu culture and tradition, we are all familiar with the term guru, its meaning and significance. Nevertheless, a few may not recognize the significance of an upaguru. We owe equal respect to the upaguru, who is the one that points us to the guru. The upaguru may be a book, a tree, or a friend. It does not matter. The upaguru and the guru are to be looked upon with equal regard and reverence. We are as indebted to the upaguru as we are to the guru. I happen to have two upagurus. My first upaguru is my mother. My first memory is of the time when I was 1.5 years old. I was in the cradle, and my mother was singing a lullaby, a Ramana lullaby. Every time she wanted to make me sleep, she sang that Ramana lullaby. When I close my eyes and pay attention to my heart, even now I can hear my mother singing that lullaby. She sowed the seeds of my devotion to my master. When I was a crawling babe, she would seat me in front of Bhagavan. When I grew up, she would tell me every day, "Go and prostrate before Bhagavan. Look at his eyes and receive his blessings." When I began school and shared any episode with her, she would say, "Go and tell Bhagavan." If I got a new pen, my mother would say, "Go and show it to Bhagavan. Place it in his hand and receive it back." Until she died, this loving mother's one commandment to me was, "Bhagavan is enough for you. You need nothing else." My second upaguru is my school teacher, T.K. Sundaresa Iyer. We used to call him T.K.S. His humility was exceptional and his simplicity extraordinary. He was my teacher in the 6th grade and paid a lot of attention to me. Every day he would come to Ramanasramam. He took particular interest in me, and he would call out at times, "Ganesan, come here. A holy man has come. Prostrate before him." Or he would say, "Ganesan, come here. a lady saint has come, prostrate before her. Or sometimes, this Swamiji has come from the Shankara Muth, prostrate before him. He would prostrate and command me to do so as well. So much so that some people in Ramanasramam would object to this and say, T.K.S. is a crazy man, and he is making Ganesan crazy too. He makes him prostrate before eccentric people, saying that they're all holy saints and sages. I believe it is the extraordinary grace of my master, Bhagavan, which guided me to T.K.S., my teacher. Later, when I grew up, it was he who introduced me to the sages and saints of India, either in the body or without the body. It was he who directed me to Swami Ramdas. T.K.S. had this intuition that Swami Ramdas would guide me. And when I went to Swami Ramdas, he saw that his spiritual heir, Mother Krishnabai, was the one to guide me all my life. There were a few living saints. Tiruchi Swami, even when he was almost unknown, T.K.S. would make me prostrate before him. And when Yogi Ram Surat Kumar was absolutely unknown in Tiruvannamalai, he would sit in silence with T.K.S. for hours. One day, T.K.S., pointing at Yogi, told me, Ganesa, here is a Siddha Purusha. Give him some food. He is hungry. I ran to the kitchen, brought food, and offered it to the yogi. The only process by which the spiritual heart opens up is that which my master, Bhagavan Sri Ramana Maharshi, described, saying, it is like a lotus bud in which the petals have to be opened. Only when the petals open can you have spiritual experiences. Reading scriptures or practicing spiritual disciplines cannot open these petals. No yoga can open it. Only the look, the proximity, and the blessings of holy people who have already trodden the path works. Just by one look, they can make one petal open in your heart. This is not just a euphemism. For me, each petal was opened by contact with a particular master. Once I asked T.K.S., when we have Bhagavan as our teacher, why are you directing me to saints? He gave me this beautiful clarification. Bhagavan is the vast ocean. He is the cosmic consciousness, while all the sages and saintly people are like rivers. Where do you stand, Ganesan? I want you to be at least a drop of water. You come to know yourself to be a drop of water only when you recognize the love of the rivers, rivulets, and streams that actually take you to the ocean. The ultimate end of all movement of water, our scriptures say, is to reach the vast ocean from where it comes. It is a cycle. To be part of the ocean, you must become conscious that you are already a drop of water. That drop of water has to merge with rivers to reach the ocean. A drop of water will not otherwise be able to be the ocean. This teacher taught me humility, silence, and the greatness of sages and devout people. Without recognizing the greatness of saintly people, humility will not come, because one will be dominated by worldly thoughts. And it was T.K.S. who revealed to me for the first time that Arunachala is Ramana, and Ramana is Arunachala, the self.